Hello everyone, welcome to a session of Warhammer's new Age of Sigmar RPG. We are here at our local game shop, who was nice enough to cut us a good deal to come in here and record our sessions here. We're going to be running the new adventure path, which is called Crash and Burn. It comes out free. It's free download PDF, just like the core rule book is right now for Soulbound. And the books will be coming out towards the end of the year. Yeah, I think without anything else, we're going to go ahead and just get into it, and hope you guys enjoy. You want to hit that bottom switch for me? The memory of your soul binding is like recalling the details of a dream. A dream that with details that will forever be burned into your mind, your heart, and your soul. A dream that stalks you in moments of weakness and hunts you in your sleep. It always starts with each of you standing in a chamber in Nazir, the realm of the heavens. The room is black and empty. When you look around, you can see each other there, but it's almost as if you aren't there. Every part of you feels normal, but your body seems to lack all the physicality and the sensations that accompany it. The dreams always escalate from there. They skip to and begin to get more and more vivid as the first wave of pain comes. Again, another aspect of the dream lacking physicality. The pain as it intensifies burns into your life force. How long the process of destroying, manipulating, and rebuilding your soul actually took, you'll never know. Most of the last memories are seeing those around you, the ones that you are now bound to by soul and will, crawling and writhing on the floor before your mind breaks and the rest of it all blends together in an eternal moment of pain, darkness, and screams. Also, in a dim-lit chamber in his ear, priests of Sigmar whisper amongst themselves and amid the screams of tortured souls. This one bears the stain of corruption, a whisper, as the ethereal thread is tightly woven into the pattern amongst the others. And as it is, and it's pulled tightly, there's a chorus of screams that fills the room. And this one feels weightless and empty. What a sad existence. A sorrowful whisper as another weave in the pattern drowns the room in haunting screams. Much later in time, the servants stand presenting their finished work to their God King. The thin individual strands now woven into a thicker, tight cord, transparent but lit with an ethereal glow. The God King takes the cord in his hands and slowly pulls on both ends, putting a slow but building tension into the cord. The souls were quiet this time, long ago lost to exhaustion and the mental trauma the pain had become unrecognizable to them. For a moment the cord holds, and then without notice, ping, 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 3 strands fray and snap, the glow in them quickly fading as they dissolve away out of the God King's hands. A look of defeat crosses his aged but now unchanging face, but he continues to pull harder. With a sigh, he finally relaxes, holding back the souls of the remaining soulbound. He hands it back to the priests, as one of them asks, "It will do then, my lord?" "It will have to," Sigmar replies, with yet another sigh. So, we're going to go around the table and let everyone introduce themselves. 3 of the Soulbound are here, and one of the other party members will be playing Stormcast. So, why don't you go ahead?
Okay. I'm Miles. I'm playing a Caradron Overlord, specifically a Skyrigger named Barden Aetherborn. He's I'm excited.
And my name is Derek, and I will be playing a Soul Scryer, which is Deepkin, and his name is Sisgax Thornax.
My name is Connor, and I'll be playing Atron of the Nine Deaths, a Knight Incantor of the Stormcast Eternals.
Hey, my name's Ed. I'm playing a Branch Witch, which is a Sylvaneth. My name is Heldorn.
And my name's Ryan. I will be the DM for this, and should be a lot of fun. We're all pretty new here to Warhammer in general, but this is a new tabletop. None of us have played yet. We're looking forward to it. So, we're going to start our adventure with 6X and, what was your name again?
Heldorn.
Heldorn. Coming through the portal of the Twin Cities of Hammerhall. One side of the city is located on the mortal realm Akshi. The other one is in Gairan. You guys are coming through from Gairan and emerge out through the realm gate into Hammerhall. The city of Hammerhall, also known as the Twin-Talled City, is a beacon of light amid the darkness of the mortal realms. It is a great city built around an enormous storm-rift realm gate, which towers above the tallest buildings. On one side of the gate of the city is Hammerhall Gyra. It lies in the lush realm of Gairan, which is abundant in life and home to endless jungle. On the other side stretches the flame-scorched realm of Akshi, a mountainous, broken, and craggy wasteland as far as the eye can see. Here, the city of Hammerhall, Aksha, was built. This is where your adventure begins. The first thing you guys are going to notice as you come out of this realm gate is this stifling heat. The realm of Akshi is the realm of fire for a reason. The heat is stifling, oppressive. It instantly hits your breath and everything. It's a much different realm than you're used to. You guys all know you have orders to report to Grumney's Face, one of the airships that you will be boarding and help protecting and seeing safe to the city of Brightspear. Pretty much Hammerhall and all of the Order Alliance is coming together to take a large excursion to they paid gold to hire the Caradron overlords to fly supplies, army, everything they need over to the city, because the city of Brightspear was recently under the control of Tzinch, and they captured it back from him, but it's barely holding on. The forces there aren't doing well. So you guys are to report to Grunny's Face, which is the name of the ship, and board it, and from there just help safe deliver the packages and cargo. You do know that the rest of your Soulbound order should be somewhere here in the city, and you can either make your way to them, or on the way is also one of like a merchant district. It is called Cinderfall District. If you guys would like to head into there and do any shopping before you, or would you like to go straight to Grumney's Face?
As I step in, this heat was not meant for someone such as me. As I pull my leprosy cloak closer, the water washes around my body, keeping me moist and warm. At least this area is rich with souls. I must go find provisions.
I turn to go look at you, and you can hear my bark creak and crack because of the heat and how dried out I am. I'm just like, I got some shopping to do myself. I'll meet you at Grungy's Space.
I shall meet you there.
Okay. You gentlemen make your way into the Cinderfall district. There's the whole city so far from what you've seen and what you know from the other side as well. When I say cities, these are not cities in the way you would think of a medieval city. These are cities the size of small empires, one on each side of the realm gate. Civilization at this point, the Age of Chaos, has wiped out all but the strongest standing forces, and everyone has been kind of forced to come together in order to, survive. So when a city is well defended and stands strong as almost like a beacon of hope, as Hammerhall does, it just keeps growing and drawing more people in. So this city, each side of it is like a small empire. So after some time you reach the Cinderfall district. On the edge, you guys notice as you move through the city, the hustle and bustle. People are moving supplies. There's lots of soldiers everywhere. All of the different alliances and seem to be coming together for this one big project, to just see it succeed. Because to retake a city as large as Bright Spear, which is far to the west, and make it another stronghold is like really a monumental victory. One thing you guys notice as you guys are walking through is a group of fire slayers who look like they must be getting ready for the journey as well. They're all well armed, and they just seem to kind of stop in the side of the street and set up their own little station for what it is they're doing. They get your attention because you hear a kind of scream of rage, and when you look over, you see there's this older fire slayer. One of his hands is missing, and it has been replaced with a large smithing hammer, and he has gray beard and hair, and lots of battle wounds, but still looks muscular for his age. Like most Duerden and Fire Slayers especially would be very muscular and built. He's standing over a young Fire Slayer who is abnormally muscular as far as Fire Slayers go. This is a prime young Fire Slayer. He is built, he is jacked. And on each side of him is a third and fourth Fire Slayer holding his arms down. And he has his shirt off and his chest exposed. And he's kind of moving around like this in and out of it, almost in a trance. His eyes are rolled into the back of his head. And he's letting out these grunts, and you see his muscles tighten from time to time. And as he's doing this, the runesmith is taking almost like a prodding iron, but at the end of it is a template of gold runes, which you guys would know. Fire Slayers, most of their magic and stuff comes from their belief in their dead god, and they believe that he died in a battle fighting this dragon god, and his essence literally was destroyed and fell apart, but he's immortal. He did not die. His essence just was leaked into gold. So they call it Urgold. And they make runes out of Urgold, and they literally smith them into their flesh, and then when they activate them, they gain powers based off of it, enhanced strength, things such as that. So this runesmith is holding a template onto the pec muscle of the young Fire Slayer, and he's hammering it into his flesh, literally into the muscle. And every hammer strike, he screams and grunts and he's almost in a trance and out of it. As the final hammer strike falls, the runesmith kind of steps back a little bit to inspect his work, and that's when the young Fire Slayer's eyes snap open, and they kind of roll back down out of his head, and he just lets out a guttural, screaming, primal rage of anger and frustration. And you see a glowing rune on his arm begin to light up, and as it lights up, his arm just Akira style just starts bulging and gaining muscle and mass and just unnaturally large. And with it, he just throws one of the fire slayers aside that was holding his arm, and he reaches over and he grabs the other one by the throat, and he turns to the runesmith and just screams into his face. Just again, this cultural, primal, frustrated yell. Any of you who have never seen a fire slayer in person, it sends chills down your spine. It's definitely something you are unfamiliar with, that kind of rage and anger and put into something. And the runesmith takes a step back and almost caught it. You think he might have been caught off guard, but as quickly as he took a step back, he shifts his weight forward and just comes down into a headbutt. And with a sickening cracking sound, the young fire slayer just goes limp. And as you guys continue walking towards your destination, you see the runesmith helping up some of the dwarven that were, thrown aside and being choked.
I hope not to cross paths with them.
Oh, Miss Mom.
As do I.
You catch out of the corner of your eye something a little unusual, and it is it's a deepkin stall where there is a very slim-robed deepkin, one of your kind, standing there, and he appears to be selling a lot of fish meat or aquatic meats, as well as some herbs and stuff you would recognize. Other than that, there's a couple dwarven stalls. One is like a Caradron. You guys would assume, he's not going to give you the time of the day. Caradron usually only sell their weapons and equipment to other Caradron. Other than that, just like most of the city, most of the merchants are human. The cities of Sigmar do have mixed races, but they are most of the population is human. You guys find a stall easy enough.
I go up to the deacon stall. I would like to purchase 10 days of rations.
He looks you over. Says that is doable.
How does 30 drops sound?
What, come again?
30 drops.
30 drops? That's the price.
Yeah.
That is negotiable.
And then we are on the deal.
Might I interest you in any other wares?
I am looking for a nice range weapon, and I have happened to spot that rare repeater pistol you have behind the counter. Is that for sale?
He looks you up and down.
I will offer you 65 drops. No more, no less.
He thinks it over for a moment. And why don't you go ahead and give me a guile check.
Ooh.
So you're going to look at your guile.
I have none.
You have no training in it.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be your mind. Or no, it's soul. Sorry.
Soul. Okay. Is that 4 die I roll?
You have a 4 in your soul?
Yes.
Yep. So you're going to roll 4d6. And I'm looking for a 4-1, which means you need to roll a 4 and get 1 success.
Let's see, 2, 2, 2, 6.
You got a 6? Mm-hmm. Okay. Very well then. But are you interested in anything I actually have for sale?
Only what I need.
He grunts a little bit and makes an exchange with you. What are you doing here in the city?
That is our business. But you know we are here for purpose.
Very well then. And he kind of shoos you off.
I'm gonna go find a random stall that sells like maybe like backpacks or some like picks.
Okay. You pass a few different stalls. There's three right in a kind of vicinity you get in. There's kind of three major things. And one is a stall. Appears to have a woman working, and you see a lot of artwork and kind of like different curios and stuff, you know, at the counter. That's the stall. The other one is a building that you see the blacksmith smoke and stuff billowing out before you ever reach there. And as you pass by, there is a Duerden just hammering away at an anvil, and then just a human standing at the counter looking bored. And the other building, you see on the sign out front, it says General Exchange. A bit of everything.
Let me show you that this tree, as I slick back my golden brown leafy hair, still has some tricks. And I go up to the bored looking man behind the counter.
Okay. As you walk up, he says, "Unusual. What can I do for you?"
I'm looking for backpacks and knockpicks.
Well, we do have some lock picks. That could be done, but Arvid has worked some up, of course. We don't have any backpacks. Mostly metalworking around here.
Where could I find a backpack?
Rufus, right across the street there, should take care of you. And he points to the General Exchange.
Thank you. I will give you 35 drops for your thieves' tools.
How convenient.
Lockpicks. Wrong game.
How convenient that is the exact price that we are selling them for. And he hands them over and takes your drops.
Incredible.
Which, for anyone that doesn't know anything about this, the currency in the game is generally called Aqua Gyneris, and it is droplets of magical enchanted water from the realm of Gyran, which is the realm of life, and it has restorative qualities and properties, as well as can be used to like replenish wildlife and restore like habitats almost, you know. And that's one of its main values, since the world is such a dangerous place right now and corruption runs rampant. So, yeah, he takes your 35 droplets of Aqua Gyneris.
One more question.
Yes.
Where can I find Grungy's base? The ship, not the person.
Oh, the ship, yes. It must be at the docks. He kind of gives you directions on how to reach the docks, which are far too elaborate for me to sit here and repeat. And he says, but though I would be careful, if any dwarven hear you mispronouncing the name like that, I'm sure you're quick to offend.
How do you pronounce it?
A grungy.
Grungy. Thank you.
Yes, good day.
And I'm gonna walk out and go across the street.
Okay.
when I approach this man.
Human male. Yep. He's got black. Black short hair, a little thin mustache, real skinny and kind of bean-pole-y, and he looks a little bit cocky, but he's accommodating as well.
Hello. I'm coming to buy a backpack.
Yes, of course, I have backpacks aplenty.
I only got 15 drops to spare. Can you sell one to me within that price range?
Yes.
Then why, yes, I can.
Well, here you go.
Yeah, just put my tree hand into like a hole in my side and just pull it out of my bark. And
Here you go.
Yeah. Thank you. He hands you over a backpack. Says, I hope it fits well. I would not even know how to fit it on one such as yourself.
I feel like I'm a little sprout again. Good day.
Good day, sir.
I like that.
And remember, at General Exchange, we have a little bit of everything.
Walk out.
He stares at you with a smile. As they're doing their shopping and stuff, around the same time, you are just arriving at the docks, actually right in front of Grungni's face. You can spot the sky docks long before you reach them. There's 6 tall towers of smooth cut dark stone. They reach up into the sky. There's countless walkways and swing bridges that link the towers together, and just numerous loading platforms everywhere. It's almost like a dizzying forest of stone and wood. The ship Grumney's face stands out amongst every other ship there because there's over a dozen Caradron airships, all, from swift cruisers to colossal frigates. They're all overhead. And the atmosphere is just, there's countless shouting voices, there's armored boots going everywhere, there's people everywhere. The ship Grumney's face literally has a homage of a giant face on it to Grumney, which is, it's not super common for an airship to have that such of a distinct characteristic. It's very common for Caradron to take them personally and everything, and take pride in them, but this stands out to you,
Okay.
And it's at that same time that you are passed by a squad of Stormcast that step aboard the ship in front of you. 3 of them look to be much more like higher ranking Stormcast, and they have the wings and everything, Night Ventors, and then the other 3 of them are all on foot. There's 2 what you would recognize to be just hammer and shield, basic infantry troops, and then one of them is carrying a staff, and catches your eye as what was your character's name, Claire?
Atron.
As Atron walks past you, and the lead Stormcast, your commander, which you would know is named to be Hal Hammersmite, a Knight Venator, turns towards turns towards the rest of your Stormcast troop and points to him and says, there's one of the Soulbound now.
This one, sir.
That is the one.
Hi, a familiar face. Hello! And I wave at you.
Hello there.
Men, it will be your duty to accompany the Soulbound. We are assigned to this ship, and of course, Us knights will run cover as should anything happen. We will take to the air and do our best to protect the ship. Your job is to protect and accompany the Soulbound in whatever it is they need done.
Yes, sir.
I'll leave you to it, men. And he steps aboard the ship to go find the captain.
Well,
You have 2 other men with you that you recognize. One's name is Dren, and the other one's name is Val.
The only way that you can recognize me from the Soulbound vision, because I am wearing full body.
He was not
suit.
a part of the vision.
Oh, he was not.
He is not a Soulbound. No, Stormcast
Okay.
cannot be Soulbound.
Okay.
He is merely assigned to help protect you and
Gotcha.
assist you.
Gotcha. Well, I'll describe it anyway. I have a big golden plated beard and a curly silver mustache. And on the right side of my helmet, there are 6 tally marks.
alright. Atron's distinguishing features. His staff has the symbol of his conclave, I don't remember how to say this. Coruscant? Corpuscent? I don't remember. But it's basically 3 diamonds atop the staff, a little ring around them. And branded on his forehead is the Roman numerals for 9.
Okay.
Interesting. I'm curious as to both of your marks on your head. How they got there.
Yeah.
I'm sure we will find out eventually, but I'm curious. Yeah, so you guys, if you were looking to go pick up something, I don't think, were you guys looking to do shopping?
Yeah, is there anyone like hauling obvious like rations like to an airship or something? Someone that I can just approach and haggle with to try to just lighten their load a little bit?
Maybe some soldiers or something.
Soldiers?
Yes,
Okay.
soldiers might be carrying some extra rations and stuff. The dock workers themselves, they are more carrying like crates and cargo.
Yeah.
Like they're working the bigger, heavier stuff. Or you could maybe find one of them and try to talk them into letting you, buy something out of it or something. However you prefer to go about it.
Yeah, I'll find a crew member of just a random airship that isn't Gormley's face. I'll approach him and ask him first, hey, is there any food in those crates that you're carrying?
Not these ones, but there's some sitting over there on deck. Why?
I'm looking to buy a little bit, just to lighten your load a little bit. And I don't really want to go all the way to the markets.
Guile. Yep.
It's just going to be a straight die.
It's a 4-1.
That's a 2.
I don't want to get in trouble, and my orders are just to put this food here. Plus, this stuff's going to help the people over there. So, hold on. Let me see if I can. Yeah, he's over there, and he points you towards. He says that's Gray, the cook for the ship. Go talk to him.
All right, thank you very much. And I'll go talk to Gray.
Okay. He is a. That was human workers loading and unloading. This Gray is the ship's cook, though, is a Caradron as well. And you walk up and he says, "Aye, laddie, what can I do for you?"
Hello, brother. I'm looking just for some food. Last me for a couple of days. I'm on Grungy's face heading to Brightspear.
I can help you with that. Shall I whip you something up now?
I'm looking for something that'll last.
Yeah, like some salted something.
Aye. For about 5 days. I've got 15 drops for you if you have it.
I suppose. It's below decks. I'll be back. And he walks off towards the mess hall area of the ship to go secure you some food.
Cool. Excellent. That's all I wanted.
Okay. Anything you would like to do?
I'm gonna turn to Dren.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of lean into him. Looking at this one. What do you think the chances of the rest of them are if they'll make it? This one looks a bit scrawny.
Well, to be fair, all the Dwarven do. He kind of whispers back. Mind you, the Stormcast, you are pretty much demigods infused with Stormcast's energy, so you are like 9 foot tall. Mm-hmm. They come up to your waist at most, you know what I mean? He says that most of them do, to be fair, but they seem to hold their own in a fight.
We will see.
Val, who you know has been reforged several times, but the most recent reforging seems to have taken quite a toll on Val, and Val doesn't talk a lot. Will answer direct questions and everything, but there doesn't appear to be a whole lot of personality there.
Alrighty. I suppose I'll go follow my soulbound compatriot.
And when you look at me, I have what looks like a folded in half harpoon gun on my the back of my hip, as well as what looks to be a short pike, maybe extendable, who knows? Right above that, and then like slung over my shoulder, basically, is just a minigun. And I'm floating about like half a foot off the ground as I move with my big balloon.
Just around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it everywhere.
Walking as far as
Everywhere.
Yep.
So yeah.
I skip leg day every day.
Please help, I can't land.
Should you actually ever have to walk, you found out you can't. Like your legs
Yeah.
are just
Impossible.
like
Just completely atrophied.
Yep, gone. So the other two of you make your ways to the docks. You spend some time looking and asking around where to find the ship and the docks, and a lot of your times the response you hear is look for the angry face, they say. You finally get to the docks. Like I said, it stands out amongst the other ships. You guys find it pretty easily. You climb aboard, and there you see your soulbound compatriot, the one who went through the process with you.
Faces that I do actually recognize. I like it.
Yeah, I suppose they wouldn't recognize you, though, would they?
Well, that's why I defined the distinguishing features on my face, because I'd imagine that in the vision, I'm not without my armor, because I would never really be without my armor, would I? Or is that something like...
Yeah, you definitely leave your armor at times.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's more of like a, when you're personal time, you know
Gotcha.
what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay. Well, then in the vision, you would have seen that the tally marks are also on my flesh.
Unless, of course, you just got like a hatch in the front to drain it.
Right.
You know?
Right. Hey, anything's possible with engineering.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Chaos's armor is attached to their flesh.
Yeah, I believe it.
Is that the one?
As I point over to,
He looks familiar, but smaller than in my vision.
Who you calling small fish, man?
You?
Didn't ask you, Twig.
What makes me a fishman? As I say that, bunch of piranha come around my cape, snapping out, and swim back in through my cape.
I float back a good inch.
I think we're all going to be good friends. Her name is HR.
The cease nest. And you can call me Six.
6. And you?
Oh, Malzor.
Creaky one.
I'm Bard and Aetherborn. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm still.
Oh, you're floating.
Yeah.
Give him a
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Little baby man.
Yeah. I'll float up to a good handshaking height for
There
you.
you go.
Dren will pipe in. Right, name's Dren, and this here's Val. Don't talk much, but we're here to help you, boys.
We're all for introducing everyone.
Right here, and I'm like touch up to my neck with like a giant like reddish puff ball of that looks like the hard shell of like a bug or something, and just it's all completely covered up around my neck. Like,
This is better.
Does it start moving? Okay.
it literally looks like just a scarf made out of like bug shell.
Dren's kind of getting close, bending down, looking at your neck, and right, is that something fashioned Sylvaneth wear?
No. He's a bitter bug.
A beta bug? Oh, Sigmar, stay away. I hate those things. Ran into him once and guy ran. Oh,
It's okay.
ate my foot off. You ever wanted to die because it was better than what you were living? Been there, mate.
At least your foot made the world a cleaner place.
I'm gonna walk away.
It seems we are destined to work together, so we must get along, I guess, for now.
Boy, says you. And I'll float up onto the ship, completely avoiding the gangplank.
As you guys make your way fully onto the ship at that point, there is a female Dwarden, Caradron. She's got all armored up, except she doesn't have a helmet or nothing on at the moment. And as far as Dwarden standards go, she is very tall, especially as a female Dwarden. Her
Yeah.
size is bigger than most males you've seen, including yourself.
Yeah.
She is barking orders to everyone as they walk around the ship and stuff. And your captain, Hal Hammer Smite, was talking, standing there next to her. They'd been engaging in some conversation as she was doing, getting everything in ship shape. He points over towards your group as you step on, and she turns towards you guys and walks over and she says, "Right, hurry along now. Y'all are blocking the way. Need to get supplies on." And as she says that, you notice that there's a group of guys carrying stuff behind you, and just the hustle. It's almost backed up at this point. Everyone kind of has a purpose. They're doing something. This is by far the biggest operation you guys have ever seen underway, and it's a huge undertaking where all these different factions have come together. You see Ideneth, they're flying around in the air next to the Arcanauts and the ships and all that. They're flying around, hovering in the air on their eels and their sharks. You see various squads of Stormcast getting on each boat, each one assigned to a protection duty for that boat. There's very many Sylvaneth. Not as a lot as some of the other ones, but you also know that it's they aren't as easily as quick to leave the grove in protection of each other as well. But even they are there. Different medical supplies, bringing Gyran, Aqua Gyran to help. Everybody has come together to work on this massive project. She says, "Right, if you be out of the way, then I got one of me crew members. He'll show you around the ship, take you where you need to go. I recommend you just get all the way till we're ready to go."
I'm already out of the way. I'm 10 feet in the air.
She kind of looks at you and she says, "Soulbound." And you get a little look of disgust a little bit.
Thank you.
I push my hand out to her to go shake her hand.
Right, well, Squelg! And she's snapping her fingers and a little bit. Oh, mind you, this woman, she has black, long, flowing hair, but it's kind of put up into like braids and sections, and half of her face is tattooed, almost like runic markings, and you see the tattoos run down deep into her armor, as well as where her hands are exposed. They're tattooed, and you see it run underneath her armor, leading you to believe she's probably pretty covered in tattoos. She's also got like 3 scratches running down her face across her eye and the tattoo that's there. A smaller, stout. I say stout. He's a little chunky. Caradron comes kind of waddling over to you guys, and he says, "Hey there, what can I do for you?" And she says, "Squelg. These are the Soulbound. Show them around the ship." And Squelg says, "Yes, ma'am, right on it." And he just starts walking and talking, and doesn't look to see if you guys follow or anything. He just starts talking, and he says, "Hey, name's Squelg, and you know this here ship. It's called Grungny's Face. Got that name once because the captain we did. Funny story. I'm kind of the storyteller guy around here. You know, Grungny's Face. We were fighting a big old Tzinch demon in the air, and all of our weapons ran dry. We thought we was gonna die, but sure enough, the captain she says, ram him, and we rammed him. And when we did, she said, take that and Grungny's Face, and it kind of stuck. So now we got a big old Grungny's Face on the front, and that's why we're called Grungny's Face." And he kind of looks back to make sure you guys are still following him, which I assume you guys did. Yeah. Okay.
I have landed and I'm following him because I'm assuming we're going below deck.
Yep. He's gonna take you below deck and out of the way and stuff.
Sure.
Right, and so we go down this way, and if you wait till you guys meet the cook. He's great. Best food ever. They nicknamed him Gray a long time ago because most of his food looks a little gray, but it's still good. And he just keeps walking below deck, talking, and you know, assuming you guys follow him.
Shut up.
Doesn't even faze him. He just keeps going. He assumes the weird tree man's talking to someone else. You guys go below decks. You're given kind of cabins, you know, and you have a little bit of time to interact with some people if you want before the ship takes off. The mess hall is kind of open for, you know, there's soldiers in there eating. Gray's down in there getting food going for everyone and stuff. And there's a lot of humans showing up. There's a couple Duraden that show up, and you know, but for the most part, it looks like most of the people down here, other than the few, you know, soldiers and stuff, are maybe more like laborers or skilled trade people.
I want to float outside the ship and inspect it, make sure it's all up to par, make sure like all the pieces are intact on the hull, and
Sure.
I have bad experiences.
I will let you either roll, let's say either a, looking at skills here, either an awareness, or since I know you have it, Aethercraft.
Aethercraft. Is that just crafting? Or is that a separate role for something?
You well, since you have it would be crafting, and since you have the Aethercraft guild,
The Engineers
skill.
Guild member?
Yep.
Yeah.
Since you're a guild member, it's like that was considered like your training. So
Okay. And is crafting mind, or
I'm sorry.
is crafting mind?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I have a dice pool of 4 then. Okay.
And that's better than your awareness, I
Yeah.
assume?
Only because I have focus in crafting as well.
Okay.
My awareness and crafting both have 1 training. So
Okay. I want a
awareness.
no. Let's do a. I want a 3-3.
3/3.
Yep. Well, because because you're just looking for like big imperfections or flaws, it'll be a little easier. But it's gonna take you a little longer to look over the ship, so you need 3 successes.
Sure. It's 3 successes. 5, 4, 3.
Okay. So yeah, you look over the ship. It actually is in really good repair. Looks well kept. The captain obviously takes pride in the stability of her ship.
Good.
Yeah, looks good to go.
I'll float over well above the path of people moving, and I'll just call down to the captain. You keep your ship in good shape, and I'll just continue on toward the cabins.
You see a little smile, and she says, "Of course I do. You don't think I got my name for well known for doing nothing now, do you?"
Absolutely not, but you never know. There's lots of ways to make a name for yourself.
Yeah, lots of ways. Trading one's soul is one of them.
Aye.
At this point in time, I'd like to make my way back to the captain
Okay.
while you finish up this conversation. And just go hold my hand back out to her.
Okay.
Excuse me, miss.
Right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My point exactly.
Aye.
Many ways to get well known. And she shakes her head and goes back to work.
I'm gonna move myself down to the bottom of the ship, kind of away from people, and I am going to use my secret souls to see if there is any unwanted souls hanging around anywhere they shouldn't be.
Like any
Stowaways
stowaways.
or-
Don't you have to target someone with that, I believe?
It's well, yes and no. It's like a 2-part thing. I could sense where everybody is, then I pick one of them to be able to follow.
Oh, okay.
And kind of like have a, I don't know, like a marksman thing on it. And
Okay.
Then it lets people pay attention to that person. Now, if I find a stowaway, I could lock onto him, and then all my party members are also aware of this person.
Sure. Yeah, there is someone. It looks like in some of the crates below deck, there is someone sitting down, crouched in between a bunch of boxes. Crates that have already been placed on the ship and in an area no one's going to mess with, really.
I would like to approach them and begin questioning.
Okay. When you get close, you hear a little bit of shifting as someone hears your footsteps coming, and what? You reach the boxes.
Okay. I'm going to have my scryfish circle around to get the back side of them as I approach the front side. And what might you be doing here?
Please don't hurt me. I didn't mean nothing by it, mister.
Purpose.
I just wanted to go to Brightspear.
Why are you leaving? Could you not afford to board the ship?
No, I couldn't afford much of nothing. It's, by the way, at this point, he steps out of the boxes and you see that it's probably like a 15-year-old human kid. Real ragged, dirty.
Does anybody know you are here?
No, I reckon if anyone knew where I was, I wouldn't have me head.
Your soul smells nice.
Please don't hurt me. The Stormcast they were trying to hurt me too.
I'm going to.
I was just hungry. I didn't mean to steal that.
I'm going to feast off his soul.
Okay. I imagine you kill him.
All right.
I do.
Okay.
My cloak surrounds him, and I pull him into the cloak so he cannot scream or make any sounds, and he drowns inside my cloak. As then I feed off his soul.
Okay.
Was not expecting child murder in the first session, to be honest.
So that happened.
Happy little accident.
Yeah. So
It's a quick snack.
I was hungry.
he fights a little bit, but he doesn't scream. He's probably just as scared about getting caught as he is of you, and he doesn't quite understand what you're saying to him. Feast on me, what? As you use your aquatic abilities to drown him.
Nice.
I leave his body by the crate he snuck in on, looking like he might have just died from starvation
Okay.
or some sickness.
Oh,
And reach into my quarters, quiet as can be, into myself.
Let's murder hobo in the name of Sigmar.
no.
Sigmar!
I'd like to ask you something. Did you do the second part of the spell where you honed in on him?
No.
I didn't, I just knew he was there.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say all of us would know, and then his soul just disappears, and
We're
we're
not
like,
there no more.
"Wait, what just happened?"
Something's wrong with
He
this
said,
thing.
let's go eat his body now.
Oh boy.
I forgot that our characters make good. Like, they mix well. It's my bitter bug eats people, so it can lay.
Huh.
Get rid of the evidence.
He eats the soul. My skitter bug eats the body. Bitter bug, I mean.
Kind of like a psychic vampire.
Okay.
Trying to fill that void in my missing soul.
To be fair, you would have killed him as well.
Yeah.
He was caught stealing and escaped. The Stormcast were trying to kill him because the seed of corruption is pretty much already planted in him. And eventually he would have became a servant of chaos in the end, you know? So pretty much once he committed that act, he
It's over.
was labeled a heretic and
We don't tolerate heresy.
Jesus.
It's Warhammer, man.
it's better than having a he might be a 15-year-old boy you're killing, but should he be morphed through the magic of chaos, he could be a 10-foot tall beast that kills dozens of you know.
Yeah, man.
Get them while they're young.
Can I go to my quarters?
Sure. Anything you guys want to do right now while they finish loading up, you're free to.
Alright, I'm gonna go talk to Haldhorn.
To who, I'm sorry?
Haldhorn. So what is the soul binding process like? Is it anything like reforging? As if so, I'm very sorry for it.
Nah, I just give him like a long stare.
Ah,
We don't wish to talk about it.
alright. Leave it be.
Good day.
Good day.
No,
And I look over to my shoulder,
I'm not awkward.
and you can hear the stuff of the skitter bug on my bark.
I'm not.
Dren pokes his head around the corner. Man, I hate those things!
Like, I heard it.
It is time for the ritual.
I'm a cast nourishment on myself.
Okay.
All that does is that I don't have to eat or drink for a single day.
Okay.
It is a 6-1, and I have 6 in my pool because I have.
Okay, 6-1, huh?
Yep.
Let's do it.
I have
Any focus?
1 focus.
There you go.
So you need a 5, basically.
Yeah.
Or ups.
Please fail.
I'm kind of hoping so because I'm in this shit.
I want to see you just cast an endless spell.
Nope,
into
there's my
this
5.
fleet of
It
shit.
is a 6.
Yeah.
So I want to focus into my 5, make him down to a 6. So I have 2 successes. So I have 2 days of nourishment.
Okay.
Nice.
I was wondering if his successes equaled extra days.
Okay.
Nice.
Very nice. All right.
And like my very like dry bark starts like to moisten up a little bit, if you know what I mean. Like I'm getting water. So I was like, now I feel quite better.
Oh no.
Oh, you're getting all dried out there, huh?
Like it.
Turn it into bark jerky.
Quite delectable.
More like the first day we met.
You can't talk. Your mouth's full of soul right now.
Where's the body? Where's the body? Alright. That's all I'm gonna do.
Which you two know each other. You might know that he's interested in the body as well. I believe I believe what we talked about was you guys when you had met.
Friend, I believe I left you a snack before we depart. Down in the cargo area,
Can you show me where?
towards the bottom of the ship. Follow me.
Come on, better skitter along. As it kind of like unravels off me and just starts trailing me.
Please, leave nothing left.
Do we get there? Pretty.
Yeah, you guys make it down there. Yeah, sure. I assume he's gonna eat him, huh?
Better consume and adapt.
Small.
And it's going to like wrap up around this kid's body and just like tighten its body around it, just and start eating every last morsel.
Okay.
Crunchy.
And I'm just gonna sit there and watch.
I usually like my snacks a little more ripe, but okay.
And
Casters, man.
when he finishes eating his body,
Bunch of freaks.
he's going to cocoon
Okay.
into pure emerald.
Are you leaving him down there?
I am watching him.
Okay. Wait, what's that mean? You're taking him with you, or leaving him, or sitting down there with him?
I'm gonna sit down here with him until he finishes eating, and then when he finishes eating and cocoons, I'm taking him back to my room.
Okay. That sounds good. What was your short-term goal?
I want my bitter bug to cocoon and hatch.
So he has to hatch to
He
fill
has
that
to hatch.
short-term goal. Okay. 1d6 days?
Do you want to roll this instead?
Nope. I want you to.
3 days.
3 days. Mark that somewhere.
3 days until the hatching.
The hatchination. Over here hatching a plan. Okay, I'm done.
I'm just
Anything?
I'm just gonna be in my cabin with my my aether rig off and just kind of like, cause I'd imagine like when I take it off, it just kind of like floats to the ground like a balloon because it's filled with aether gold, which is lighter than air. It's a big metal sphere
Right.
filled
right.
with aether gold, which is. And I'm just sitting there working on it, making sure that it's all tight and nice and like I'm not gonna mess with anything that isn't already like that doesn't need fixing.
Yep.
So I'm just inspecting it. Like I'm not just going around and tightening bolts. And,
Yep. Even if your gun doesn't need fixing, it doesn't mean that you don't do a routine cleaning on
right,
it. So
right.
that cleaning and maintenance is definitely a
Yeah,
part of it. Make
exactly.
sure your clamps are clamped all the way.
Yeah.
Like.
Precisely.
Yep.
Yep. So I'm just gonna be making sure my gear is all up to par.
Sure. Why don't you give me a crafting check?
Oh. Okay.
I want a 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah. It's your normal routine.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my 1 focus to change this to a 3, so I succeed on all 4.
Okay.
I get 4 successes.
Okay. You catch something that it was a slow, like degradation process, and you might have missed it the last few times, but you caught it and you fixed it up and repaired it. You're tip-top shape.
Good. Excellent.
Anything else you guys want to do? Ships are nearly loaded, almost ready to go. No?
Well, that's about it.
Sounds good. The evil hand rub. Alright, welcome back. We took a moment of a break there, so everyone could use the bathroom or grab something to drink, whatever they needed to do. I also showed them a map of where they traveled. And how far they've made it up to this point in the journey, which I will, when you watch this, I'll be working into the video. So, we come in at about the midway point of the journey. It's been uneventful so far, a few days journey up to this point. You're below decks when you hear sirens begin to go off.
No, it's one. It's one.
You begin to hear people shouting and screaming, and obviously I assume you guys are going to make your way up to the top of the deck.
Oh yeah.
And up at the top of the deck, everyone has kind of gathered to up top, and they are all looking forward at the fleet, the direction they are heading. Off a few miles in the distance, there appears to be this cloud of pink, it almost looks like dust or smoke forming, and it's growing a little bit larger, and you see like violet flashes of lightning inside of it. Of course, the captains all, work in unison and begin to move the fleet in another direction to avoid the storm, and that's when the fleet begins moving rapidly towards you, following in pursuit of the directions and changes you make.
Oh, the storm, you mean?
The storm,
The
yes.
storm. Okay.
Yep. As the ships change direction to go around it, the storm actually gains speed and not only comes towards you, but like makes a path to cut you off.
Okay.
It's within about a mile away. When the captain, says, "Right, everyone man the weapons. Let's get people below deck that don't need to be. There's a storm coming. We don't know what's going on." The knight Venators, your commanding officer, gathers you Stormcast up, and he says, "You know your duty. We'll be out protecting the ship as best as we can, and." You guys are left on deck. Most of the Dwarden who are, crew of the ship are either working the different mechanisms that keep the ship going, or they're arming up guns and manning them. These turrets that are on the ships. The storm is nearly on top of you guys when you guys get hit with the winds. And the ship shakes and shudders beneath you guys as you guys enter into the storm. Not by choice. It totally encompasses you. Most of the ships around you, you can't see clearly anymore. You'll catch glimpses and pieces as the smoke will like have a gap in it enough for you to see, you know, the shiny metallic of it as they're flying by you. The violet flashes are lighting up, you know, the inside of the storm. You guys are literally coming into the eye of the storm at this point. When someone screams, "Up above!" And when you guys look up, the sky lights with a flash of violet lightning, and you just see an endless swarm of Tzinch screamers and different Tzinch demons that are descending towards your ship. The knights leap off the side of the ship and start flying alongside of it, and everybody kind of takes their spots on the ship and braces for it. And one of the ships off to the right of your ship a little bit, you see a large explosion that lights up more of the gas, and for a moment you can see the other ships, and some of them have already become under attack. Just an endless swarm just flying around the ship, and as it encompasses it, you lose sight of the ship. The exploding ship kind of starts tilting and going downwards immediately towards the ground. But you don't have long to look as the massive bodies slam into your ship. And almost immediately you look to the right to your captain as you see them flying, weapons drawn, thunder arcing from their hammers as they bring it back to strike into the forces, and they are just left behind as the bodies just hits them and they can't keep the momentum with the ship. They're gone. We are going to get a surprise round of combat on you guys, and then we are going to roll for initiative.
Oh, no. Should I ask as soon as shit hit the fan? I have a spell. It takes 10 minutes to cast. Just no demons or undead for an hour.
Oh wow.
In the zone, yeah.
Right.
They aren't able to enter the zone.
Yeah, it takes 10 minutes to cast.
Right. Too late now, but it would have been very useful.
Hear me out. What if we just protect you for 10 minutes?
You see, that shit works. We don't have the hit points for that. Excuse me, the wounds. Toughness.
But we hasn't that they don't. Soulbound.
Yeah.
Fancy word.
We have a fancy word.
I wonder how my tidal wave will work in the air.
You're gonna pull clouds into you and then use the condensation from the clouds and just make water that way.
I don't think I even benefit from any of the Soulbound stuff. I don't think I can use it. 'Cause I'm not part of it.
Right? Yeah, you're not soulbound.
Judging by my book,
Yeah.
none of mine cost anything.
We have... That's a good question. What is
Those are
the
the others,
Soulfire calculation? Like, how many do we have?
Three.
Three.
One per
party.
I saw
soul.
where
Yeah.
some of them do cost metal.
One be strong cast.
So yeah, there is several different types of creatures amidst the swarm of bodies. Some of them are you would know to be Zangor Skyfires. They fly on the discs of Tzinch. It's almost like a mount for them. The disc isn't a disc in the way you would think. It's an actual like warped creature. Do you know what I mean? The other ones are directly around the boats are screamers of Tzinch. They are all of them are demons. You know their physiology of the screamers, literally their body like vibrates and shakes so much at the chaotic warped mutation of them that their muscle, their sinew screams, like it lets out this eerie shrieking sound. and they live pretty much to hunt souls from mortals.
You're just a big old bag of them.
They leave almost like a iridescent, shimmering wake behind them. And then, so each one of them is gonna. So each one of you is going to take an attack from Skyfire. So, Miles,
Yes.
what is your armor or defense?
My defense is average.
Is average. Okay. So
Skill.
good. What? How's good skilled average?
3.
3.
Yeah.
One step up.
Wait.
What's
One.
It? Yeah. It's, good is 1 step higher than average, so it's going to be a 3 up.
Okay. Gotcha. So 3 up. The closest Zangor Skyfire fires his bow at you.
Okay.
And it's going to do 4 damage to you, to your toughness.
To my toughness?
Yep.
Okay. -1 because of my armor?
Yep.
Okay, so 3? Or did you say...
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yep. Derek, you're getting as this hail of just arrows flies at you guys. It isn't so much an individual one is shooting at you as much as there's just a hail of arrows being fired and a swarm of creatures surrounding the boat. Derek, you are going to take 2 to your toughness.
Okay. Where is my toughness?
Right there.
Oh.
And then it's going to be -1 from your armor, so it's just going to be 1.
Connor?
Alright. I have average.
Ooh. Oh yeah. What was your...
I was poor.
You were poor,
So it would be a 2 up.
so you would have took 4 damage.
So 3 instead, because of your armor.
And then you said, what was yours?
Average.
Average as compared to
The good.
the good.
So it's going to be a 3 up.
Very good.
So that is 5 to you. 5 to your toughness.
Minus your armor.
Yep, minus your armor.
I also have average.
Huh?
I also have average.
Average for you. So 3s. So that is going to be 4 to you.
Yikes, thank God for armor.
And then the massive screaming bodies is trying to bite at you and tear chunks of your flesh out. Theirs is average. So what was yours? Average?
Yeah.
So these are 4s. And I rolled too many dice, so let me read. So these are 4s. So that's going to be 2 to you.
2, okay. -1.
Yep. And yours was average? Yours was poor. So this is going to be a 3.
You basing the stuff that I sent you with?
2 hit you up as well.
I have to
Connor
base those
4s.
Sigmar.
None hit you.
No, I appreciate
And
it.
Ed, it would be 4s on you. None hit you either. As the first wave of screaming bodies just rips through the boat, and you see instantly just people being ripped off of guns, crew members that being knocked to the ground and bit, and chunks of flesh being ripped out before they fly away, almost tearing apart like piranhas. And what doesn't die to that dies to like a hail of arrows as the just endless waves of arrows come firing down and not only hit you guys but the screamers as they shriek through. Let's roll initiative.
How is that done? So just
Um,
1d6?
Yeah, you have an initiative ranking.
5.
5?
Yeah.
So add that.
2d6.
Yep.
Okay.
Yikes.
5
Yikes.
total.
6 total.
What was it?
6.
What was yours?
9.
5.
Okay.
I'm not sure how to do tiebreakers, but I imagine it makes sense who has the highest initiative at that point.
So let's just do this. You guys, we'll just go around the table. You guys will do your turn, and then I'll do the enemy's turn because they roll higher than you anyways.
Okay.
So we'll just do their turns at once just to kind of keep this rolling.
Sure.
So they are going to go ahead and take their first turn. And at this point, there's going to be some that land on the deck. And there's 4 Skyfires and 4 Screamers of Tzeentch that kind of land on the deck surrounding you guys. By the way, your 2 Stormcast friends, Dron was picked up and carried off the boat. You don't know his fate, and Val is wounded and over on the side of the boat fighting and helping someone.
So when I run out of toughness, my damage goes out of my wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, when you run out of toughness, damage starts dealing to your wounds, and depending on how much damage is how much the kind of wounds it is.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 is light, 2, 3 is severe, and then anything above is fucking
Major.
major.
Like losing limbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, I don't know about you guys, but I only have 4 wounds, so...
I've only got 5.
I got decent toughness. What's your toughness?
9.
Oh, I don't even get that good toughness, guys.
I had 7 toughness, 4 wounds.
Well, I guess it's pretty good. I have 8 toughness for a spellcaster. You're not even a caster, right?
Only missing
I'm a
that
full
tank
caster.
right
Oh
now.
yeah, what am I thinking?
You're just soulbound, and I'm not. That's the bonus.
Oh yeah.
So I'm
That'd be pretty cool.
slightly better stats.
Maybe. That's pretty cool, dude.
I kind of want to be soulbound.
Alright, and since
We swap characters.
since the Skyfires are guided by the future as part of their god Tzeentch, since they acted first in the round, their accuracy increases 1 step. So the ones firing from off the ship still will increase their accuracy by 1 step. But the ones in melee range with you are going to attack you with their bow stave. So, this is on you. Average.
Yep. Average.
Mine's average as well, so it's 4.
Yep.
One goes through, so that's 2 damage.
2 damage.
Yep.
Okay. -1 because of my armor. Or does that negate the hit?
Uh-huh.
Does my armor just negate 1 of the damage then?
Yeah, 1
Okay.
damage, yeah. And then it's the disc that it's floating next to you on is going to attempt to attack you with its teeth and horns as well.
Okay.
Average again. So that's 1 plus 2, so 3.
Okay. I'm out of toughness.
Oh boy.
On to you, Derek. Same thing, except it's 3s to hit you.
Yeah.
So that's 2 damage. And then from the teeth and horns is the creature it's flying on attempts to shred at your flesh. That is going to be 4, 6.
Oh. 5?
You have 5 toughness.
No, I have 2.
You have 2.
Yeah.
So you're going to take 3 extra, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the damage total was 5
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
6
because
and
of his
then...
armor.
because
yeah.
of the armor. Okay.
So that's going to be not a minor medium wound. What's it called?
I think it's severe. I will check real fast.
I got it. Should have it here. Give me 2 seconds.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm casting Realm Blood on someone so I can restore some of their toughness. That's long range. I don't know where our positions are, but at least I know I'll be able to take care of you guys.
So a serious wound. It knocks off 2 wounds on your wound track.
Oh,
How many wounds are you at, buddy?
2.
Yikes.
I'm gonna die before I can move.
No, you won't. We'll protect you. I'll protect you.
All right, Connor. Same gig.
Alright.
So 4s. So that's 3 damage from his bow staff.
Look, I'm sure this is a scripted loss. This is how it's supposed to happen.
I don't know what you're talking about. Fight for your life, nerd.
2, so 4 from the teeth and claws of the disc.
Okay.
Ed,
Yikes.
same with you, buddy.
How much?
That's 4
Okay, so 2.
from the bow staff, and then it's going to be 4 from the teeth and horns.
So I'm at 2 toughness.
Okay.
I'm actually tanking through this. Oh, natural bark.
Now, the screamers
Oh gosh, there's
are
more.
biting at you.
Sure.
2.
2. Okay. So I take 1 wound.
Okay. 1 to you, Derek, which is another wound because you have no toughness.
Yeah, but don't I have armor?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So it's just negated then?
Yep, negated. Connor? None. All 1s. Ed. 2.
Negated. 2 warm, baby. Gotta run to me first.
All right.
Don't tempt them.
Last but not least, the wave of arrows from the ones still flying around harassing the ship.
I just sink just blow the ship out of the sky myself, expedite the process.
2.
Okay.
Derek.
1, Derek.
Negated.
Connor. 2.
Negated.
And that is 3 on you.
Oh no.
Still got 1 toughness legs.
Your turn, gentlemen.
Would you like me to start with me first, guys? So I can start healing us all.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Sure. I know what I'm doing, so
Who do you want?
whenever you guys...
I heal everyone.
Oh. Who has the most toughness out of you two?
I have 0 toughness.
Oh, I know. What's your max toughness?
7.
7.
He has less wounds than me.
That's true. I'm going for you, buddy. So I'm going to cast my Realm Blood. It is a 5/1.
Okay.
I have 6 to roll out of. Wait a minute. There's a whole help action thing, right? I can do a help action on you to help you cast your spell. No, we have to share the same spell, though, don't we?
I don't think so.
No, you can just help him cast.
Yeah, and that's why you'll get 2 extra additional. Nah, I think this is more work like this if I do well. So yeah, it is 5/1. Doing it on you, sick. Okay, that's scary. So that is because of my 1 focus. I'm gonna make my 4 into a 5. That was almost really scary. You get 2 wounds back. Not wounds, toughness.
Ooh.
That's nice.
Imagine if I failed that. I was really close.
My turn. Atron will smack his staff into the ground. By Sigmar's orders, I protect. And he will cast Healing Light on the zone. This is 6/1. That's 6, focus 6. Everyone gets 3 toughness back.
Ooh, nice.
Very nice. Their spell hits a few extra crew members as they're running around, and even as you heal the wounds on some, they get like you look over and one dwarven who was holding his stomach where it had been ripped open, he kind of stands up a little bit, and he gives you a little like look like, you know, thank you, as he's impaled and pulled off the side of the ship.
You tried.
I wonder how I've been reforged 9 times.
All the ones on the ship are within close range.
Yes. Yep. There is one Skyfire and one Screamer pretty much for each of you.
Okay.
As they kind of circle you guys. The ones off the ship have still been kind of flying around and darting around, you know. Hit and run.
What does hit and run do? Because I have that.
It's not, they're not literally hitting and running, but...
Oh.
I don't know, just let you fly.
So if I'm going before you, I would like to do dash upon the rocks. If it's long distance, can I hit within the long distance too? It doesn't have to be...
Your spell range is long distance? Yeah. It doesn't have... That's the maximum range, though.
Okay, I want to like aim it towards all the enemies. Kind of.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna cast dash upon the rocks,
Okay.
which is an instant summon tidal wave. I don't have any metal or anything like that. It just says instant.
Okay.
And each creature in the zone must make their athletics versus my devotion test. The creatures take damage equal to the difference and knock prone and into an adjacent zone.
Is that every creature?
It says creatures.
So it's their what? Reflex versus your devotion?
Athletics versus my devotion.
Athletics versus your devotion?
Yep.
So what's your devotion?
I got 3 levels in training and 2 in focus.
Wow.
Yeah, hit and run. They just let you, if you hit a melee attack, you can move to an adjacent zone.
Oh, okay. Does spread allow me to hit multiple targets?
What's your soul plus your training?
No, I'm talking about spread now.
My soul is 4, and my training is 3, my focus 2. I don't know what focus does.
Wait, will you read it word for word again?
Yeah, it's instant summon tidal wave. Each creature in zone must make a athletics check versus your devotion check. Each creature
Versus your devotion check.
Yes.
So you need to make a devotion check.
Okay.
So you need to roll...
The difference is the damage for each creature.
Yep, so you need to roll your soul plus your training and devotion.
Soul plus training. And do you add focus into training?
Focus is used to like if you roll 4, you can use 1 point of focus to turn it into a 5.
Yeah, so roll first and then we'll worry about
Oh,
focus.
okay. So I add my soul and my training. That's 7.
And for opposed checks, it's every 4 or higher you get.
Every 4 or higher I get?
Yep, and you can use your focus to adjust it.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to use one of my focus to adjust my 3 into a 4. Which would mean I got 5 hits.
Nice.
Okay.
The damage is the difference.
That's 6. 6 hits.
Oh, 6 hits. Oops.
Spread is just half damage in close range.
Oh, okay.
But if their defense is higher, they roll to see if they just don't get
And it does what to everyone in the zone?
It does, each creature takes damage equal to the difference,
Yep. What's the...
and they are knocked prone and into an adjacent zone.
But it does... What's the area of effect? A zone?
Zone.
Okay.
So, like, everything in the zone.
Okay.
That's a creature.
So... This is... Okay. This is for the first one. And what zone are you moving them into? Off the ship, obviously?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's
Bye.
2. So the first one gets a 2.
Okay.
And you rolled, what, 6 successes?
Yes.
So that's 4 damage to that one. and he is swept off the ship. Second one, no one's going to beat you. I'm rolling 3 dice for these guys. So no one's going to beat you. It's just a matter of how much damage they're going to take. So they're all going to get swept off the ship.
And prone.
And prone.
Which just means they're falling until their next turn.
Which is very good.
Alright, so that one takes 4 damage too. This one takes 6 damage, and as the wave hits it, you just see the body kind of fold up and crumble.
Yes. Is it creatures you choose or just creatures?
This says creatures.
That's us.
Yep, that's you guys too.
Are we considered creatures?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're rocks.
Well, it don't touch me.
Why wouldn't it touch you?
That is actually part of the spell. I remember you reading that.
Yeah, because sea creatures or deepkin are not affected.
So what are we rolling?
You could be, you're not flying, are you?
No, I didn't say I was. No,
It would be athletics.
athletics, which is body. I'm assuming.
I can't beat it.
I can't beat it either,
I
but
can't beat
it's
it.
about how much damage
Oh.
you take.
Alright.
What is it to save?
A 4.
A 4?
No. How many 4s do you get?
1.
2 saves.
So you take 5 damage.
5 damage.
Yep.
Okay. So that's 2 going into my wounds.
And armor doesn't negate the
So
spell
that's a
damage either,
serious
does it?
wound. So it's 2 wounds.
So 2 wounds?
Yep. 2 wounds on your tracker.
I failed all mine.
What do you mean? Like my maximum wounds is
Because-
minus by 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you took...
So I have 4 wounds total. Like I have 6 wounds total now, but I'm going down to total 4 wounds.
No.
Yes.
You just mark in 2.
Huh?
You just mark them in.
Well, because
Yeah, you have 6 total wounds.
I have 6 total, and
And you're going down to 4 left, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Not
so
permanently, just
okay. Well, because
until they're healed.
because I already have 2 wounds marked.
From
so
what?
from taking
last
damage.
turn?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is 2 more.
Yeah. So I'm down to 2 wounds, boys.
Yep.
Yeah. I failed all mine.
All of them?
All of them.
So that's 6 damage.
So that's 2 extra damage. That means that's 2 wounds lost, right?
Wait, no. What? How much health?
I have 4 toughness, so
Okay, and then
I
2
have-
carry over, so yeah, you lose 2 wounds. Yep.
I'm on top of it. I have 2 wounds left.
I saved 2.
Sorry,
You saved
guys.
2.
It's okay.
So you took 4 damage.
Okay.
How much toughness did you have?
I still have 2 left.
Oh, nice.
And we're also off the ship and prone.
Oh
Wow.
no!
I will allow the party members to make a athletics check to catch themselves.
Okay.
I want
Let's hear it before I even roll. Let's hear it. What's the save?
5-2.
5-2. That's exactly what I was thinking.
5-2.
Yep.
I'm falling.
Yeah, I'm falling.
Okay. And
I'm safe.
Hey!
Hey, you have a balloon though. At least save
I
me.
do have a balloon,
Ooh.
but I'm still prone.
You can grab him.
You could maybe still make a save, but I did not fall off the ship.
I fell.
okay, so now these guys.
I think I had a better chance of falling off the ship though, if you were to ask me.
I can save myself. It's okay.
That's 5 damage there. So
I
that
have
one's
feather fall,
dead.
bitch. I don't know what you have, but I know that's not one of them.
I can become a lightning bolt.
I haven't
Oh.
actually taken my turn yet. So does that mean I can
Oh,
quote unquote stand back up, float back up?
Yeah, it's gonna be your turn.
Okay, cool.
I'm just rolling damage for these guys.
Hey, sure.
So you can go
Well,
ahead.
they're not being prone anymore.
Yeah. So I'm not going to be prone anymore, and I'm going to quote unquote catch myself with my balloon in the air. And I'm gonna float up. You know what? I'm not even gonna float up. I will. I'll float up to like the edge of the ship, to where I can see one of the guys that has been shooting down at us, and I want to.
One of the aerial flyers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I want to.
They're everywhere. I mean, they're literally surrounding you as you fall.
Just
like
hold the trigger.
specifically one of the ones that was attacking us.
Okay. They all of them got swiped off the ship as well.
Oh, okay. Even
Every-
though-
Oh, that's how you're
Yeah.
surrounded.
He pretty much cleared the deck.
Okay, so I'll shoot down at
The
them
only
as
one,
they fall.
the only ones not off are a few Dwarden and the captain who had strapped themselves in with
Okay.
with harnesses.
Okay. Is there any of the ones falling that look like they're about to die, like that I can just push
Yep.
down farther?
It killed one. It killed one of the Skyfires, the Disc Riders, and it killed 3 of the Screamers.
Okay.
So there's only 1 Screamer fallen next to you guys, and 3 Skyfires left.
Okay. I'll shoot at the one of the Skyfires with my Aethermatic Volley gun. It's a pool of 5. What's his defense?
It is average.
Average?
Yep.
Okay, so it's going to be 3. So that's... And I have 1 focus in ballistics.
Yeah, his spread too.
Yeah, that only affects close range. So I will... Well, I can't turn anything into a hit. So that's 3 hits. So it's 5 damage total.
5 damage total?
Yeah,
Okay.
to one
Yeah.
of the falling.
You start spraying up, and you literally just, your bullets just start shredding what's left of it, and it starts just plummeting to the ground.
Is it dead?
Yes.
Cool. Nice.
This was a combo.
Nice
Good job.
fun.
Good job, guys. This is all calculated. We knew that we wanted to do that. I'm scared.
We wanted to push everybody off the ship.
And I'm just going to laugh. Just making him fall even faster.
I forgot about this. That's kind of cool.
Okay. In all fairness, didn't expect you guys to tidal wave off the boat. So sorry if anyone dies.
That's how it happens. I'm ready.
That's how it happens, man.
So with that being said, it is their turn. You are still on the boat. You are still on the boat.
Right at the edge, baby.
Although the ones that were on the boat
Do you have celestial wings?
are not trying to fly back on. They are going
I
to
thought it was
attack
like
the
a
fallen
given.
members.
I'm also still prone, technically. I just didn't fall off the ship since
That's
you
a
gave me
high
the chance.
Stormcast thing.
The two,
Hey,
there's
teleport
going to be
Okay.
2 more that come down and land on the boat. One's going to attack you. These are just screamers at this point. It's still utter chaos going on all throughout the air. I mean, explosions erupting everywhere as aether engines are punctured and pierced, and the screams are randomly blotted out by lightning flashes and thunder, and it's utter chaos.
Did my tidal wave do any damage to the boat?
It did not. Nope.
It's a boat. It's immune to water,
You-
even if it's
you
in the
kinda-
sky.
You kind
So maybe it
of
broke the
you
sail or
summoned
something,
your
start
spell
crashing
almost like throwing a bucket across the deck, except it was a very large bucket.
Very big bookie.
All right, so Screamer is going to attack you. 4s. That's going to be 2. And then an attack on you, it's going to be a 3 because they have advantage because you're going to be prone. And that will be 2 to you as well.
Guess what?
You negate it.
Thank you for
With
saying
your
that. 'Cause I
nat-
almost said, no, I don't. I died. Yeah, I negated.
With your natural armor.
I'm on the ground. Tink, tink, stop.
You have 1 wound left.
I have 2 wounds, and I have 4 toughness.
Oh yeah, they healed your toughness. Yep. I forgot about that. Everybody mark the heal? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, then the 2 screamers, or not the screamers, the 2 skyfires left in the air are gonna try to attack you.
Okay. Average.
That is gonna be 2.
Okay. I am down to 1 wound.
And then the screamer is going to attack you as you're falling through the air. And unfortunately,
You can be
it's
reforged.
going to be 4.
4 damage.
4 damage.
I take 2 wounds. It's 2 damage.
What's your armor?
Oh no, no, I just lose my toughness. You're right.
Okay. All right. There isn't a concentration of. At this point, the ships are still trying to hurtle through everything and fight their way through. Although it's utter chaos and stuff, the solid wave of bodies has begun to start to thin out. So there's no rain of arrows this time. There's still units up in the air, but the Skyfires are not as numerous as the Screechers are. They're kind of more like a more elite unit, if you will, you know? So there isn't going to be a rain of arrows coming down. But it is going to be your guys' turn now as we move into round 2.
Alright. So I'm not in the zone right now. So I think I should go first so I can fly into the zone so you guys can actually heal me if that's what you plan on doing.
I gotta stand up from being prone. I think that's all I can do, right?
What's that?
If you
it just takes your
go,
turn.
then you can go.
Takes your movements.
Oh, okay. Then yeah.
I'll go happily last.
Actually, I'll go first because mine is single target and it's long range.
Okay.
So you should go first.
He's hurtling to his death.
I'm
That's
falling
okay.
to my death.
That's okay.
Oh, you got a plan, huh?
No, I don't.
It's just
It's just
It's just okay.
Yeah, so there's no heroic battle card with this one. There's just fuck as he attempts to cast each one attempts to cast Sigmar Storm. This is 5/1.
Okay.
All right, I teleport back onto the deck.
You do?
Just a bolt of lightning just from me into the air onto the deck.
Okay. What exactly does it do?
It lets me teleport long range. It's like the
Okay.
summon
Into a
up in there.
long range zone. Very nice.
That's kind of cool.
Nice save.
Yeah, for sure.
You're 9 foot tall, fucking armor clad warrior holding a staff just lands.
I like it.
Now that everybody's back on, dash upon the rocks.
It's like,
Hold on to
I'm
something!
just falling to my death. I'm not dealing with this anymore.
Alright.
Do you want to move back up or do you want me to heal you first?
Wait, since yours is long range, it doesn't really matter. You can go first.
Okay. Get up and heal. What can we use metal for?
Second action every turn, if you want it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do heals.
Does your spells cost metal?
5/1.
Miracles do. Normal spells don't.
I thought some
Most
spells
miracles do.
Most
Hit-
miracles.
His
I think some
don't
spells
cost
do too.
And all of them
Spells
are
just have a
instant
chance to
cast.
fail.
I think some of them. I think might be a few that cost.
I can
metal.
buy more too.
I haven't seen
They,
it.
they say in the rules, they specifically say
also got
some
universal
spells in
miracles.
metal, or some spells in
A
miracles.
couple of those do cost
So
money.
there's got to be, there's got to be something somewhere.
You heal for 2.
2.
2
Two,
toughness.
2 toughness. Cool, cool. Thank you.
Should have. And if I'm allowed to, I'll metal and do it again, but I don't think I can cast 2 spells. I don't think you can cast 2 spells. That sounds wrong.
I'm looking.
Well, to keep a flow going, I can use my metal and I can attack one of the creatures by me with my melee attack.
Sorry, talents and miracles, not spells and miracles. Talents and miracles. Used for an extra action, which spells are one of your actions.
Yeah, it's just an action. So
I don't see why not.
Okay, yeah, especially how rough combat is. I can see us needing to use constant spells anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to do. What's your toughness?
0.
Wounds?
0.
Toughness?
Toughness right now I'm at 4.
I'm technically at the weakest. What's your armor?
2.
I need to do it on myself. Okay, and I'm casting Realm of Blood on me again. Well, on me this time. Because I really need it, lads. Ooh. Ooh. For 3 toughness. Thank gosh. I'm back to being kind of tanky. That's all I can do.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm all out of metal. Wait, does it come back?
Not till your next turn.
Okay.
Alright, I
I'm gonna keep
will
mine just 'cause there's
rejoin their
things on
zone.
mine.
I will fly back over top of the ship, just in case someone knocks me prone again. I can fall onto the ship instead of into the air. And then I'm going to be floating above, like not close range, obviously. And I'm going to just right down into, I'll say, the screamer. There's one screamer on the deck, right?
There's 2 screamers on the deck.
2 screamers, and how many of the other ones?
There's 2 screamers on deck. That's all that's on deck.
Okay.
And then there is... That screamer got left behind when he teleported. No idea where he went.
Sure.
So there's 2 Skyfires attacking you.
Okay.
They shot you with their bow last turn.
Sure.
But they... Who knows what they did
Yeah.
this turn.
Okay. I am going to fire at one of the Skyfires.
Okay.
So it's a dice pool of 5. What's their toughness? Average?
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to be 3s. Ooh, I like this. I'm going to use my one focus to turn that 2 into a 3, and that's all 5.
All 5 hit.
All 5 hit.
So 6 damage?
7. Because it's 2 plus
7?
my successes.
Okay. Your minigun starts whining and starts spraying, and you literally just, as you like get it under control and start moving it over, you like just make a line of bullets, and the bullets start hitting it in its midsection and just punch right through it as it just kind of splits into 2 halves
Nice.
and falls.
And
There's
I'm
no
gonna
recoil.
And I'm going to use my metal to just keep going and hit the other one.
Okay.
Okay.
Just try to cut them both in half. With my volley gun. 3s. Once again, all of them hit, so 7 damage.
Okay. You just keep going, and you know it isn't as straight of a line because you're literally firing a minigun in a steady burst. But you just rip through the thing and it crumples and falls.
Nice.
So that's what ranged characters can do.
Guess Trent was right about that one.
And I'm just gonna go. Ah!
All around you, there's still the screaming sound of these creatures, almost Silent Hill style, as they just shake and like this unnatural scream, like a grasshopper or a cricket with its legs. Ships are exploding. You have a turn left.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do?
I am, I think I'm going to attack with my repeater pistol at close range, which has spread damage. And it has close range too, which means I can shoot it up close and not have any negative effects.
Okay. And you only have one close to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Close range to you. Okay.
Yeah. And then anything besides the one I'm aiming at gets half damage.
If
Due
it's
to the
close
spread.
range as well.
Yeah.
But the only one is close range.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying. The other one was attacking him.
Yep.
Oh, okay. The one's on the ship?
Yep.
Okay. Then, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Alright. How do I do this? Damage.
Melee, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what's your melee step? Over there, your melee rating.
Oh,
Left.
Here.
Yep.
Poor.
Poor.
Is all of your stuff poor?
Yeah.
Wow.
Full caster.
Oh, right. Casters.
So they are average. So you're gonna need what, 6s to hit them?
Yeah.
No.
5s.
5s. It's one step lower.
One step. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
5s.
Okay. How many dice do I roll?
Your body plus your weapon skill. And
Body.
training.
And my weapon skill.
Weapon skill right there.
0. So I roll 1.
Yep.
Nice.
And you need a 5.
No.
No.
Oh wait, weren't you using pistol?
Yeah.
So ballistic skill and body.
Still.
Still.
What's your ratings for? Yeah, okay. So
Shoot straight up in the air.
stand at thee.
I'm so happy I bought this pistol. I
Okay.
wish I knew how to shoot.
Compensates for recoil too quickly and shoots the ground.
Was I supposed to shoot the engine?
Would you like to spend your medal to do a second action?
Yes. I'm gonna spend one medal.
Dash against the rocks.
Well, one's out of range, right? Does that mean he's out of the zone?
No, he's still in the same zone. He's just not within close range.
Yep, he's
Okay,
short.
gotcha.
Short range.
What about the one that's fallen? Do we have some fallen still?
Yeah, below the ship. You don't know what happened to it. It fell off with the rest of them.
Okay.
There's plenty of them in the air. I mean, as long as you have a medium range, as long as you have a medium range, you can shoot them out of the air.
So I look around, is there anything going on the ship that if I go next to it I could help, like steer or something like that?
There's a lot going on. There's empty guns where people have been ripped off of them. There's creatures attacking housing on the boat and stuff. They're just so numerous that most of your perspective has been filled with the ones attacking you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, the crew's fighting. There's plenty of ways you could help out.
Alright. I am going to send in my loyal companion to attack. My scryfish.
Okay.
Which is melee, toughness 9, initiative 3. There's 9 creatures. It's a swarm creature. I don't think that makes a difference.
What's its attack step?
Melee says pool. 2d6 plus toughness. That'll make sense. Have a look him up. What page is he on? I didn't write that down.
I like this combat so far.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's fun.
It makes me feel powerful.
It makes me feel like I have a lot of control.
I like becoming a lightning bolt.
And
very fun.
obviously, the combat's based more around a lot of enemies too, in general, because it's usually warfare.
Cutting dudes in half with a minigun.
3-0.
It's fun.
I like being able to heal someone with a spell twice in the same turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What you got?
This says attack. Melee attack for 2d6 plus toughness plus S damage.
Oh.
Plus success damage.
Yeah.
So however much toughness it has, because that's how many's left in the swarm. What's its
Okay,
overall
there's
toughness?
9 toughness.
Okay, so there's 9 piranha in your swarm.
Yeah.
But what's its attack step? Like good, poor, average, or
Poor.
poor?
Yeah, it's all poor.
Poor. So you need 6s.
If it's
Sixes,
is it
and
average
that's-
or good?
Yeah, average.
And that would
And
be,
then it would be 5s.
9.
Oh, 5.
Because if it's just one step.
Alright, so that'd be 9 attacks then? 9 dice?
No, that'd be
Here, let me see.
where does it say 3d6 or something like that?
So
2d6
yeah,
plus
Hungry
toughness.
Swarm, melee attack, poor, 2d6 plus toughness plus S damage. Its body is 1, mind 1, soul 1.
Yeah, okay. Two d6 plus toughness, so it's 9. So you get to roll.
That's damage though.
No. No, because there's a comma separating it from the S damage. So it's comma plus S damage. 2d6 plus toughness, comma, plus S damage.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be 2 plus your toughness.
Huh?
That's how many dice?
I think so.
So that'd be 11 dice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a swarm. It's a swarm of piranha, or scryfish, or whatever you're calling them.
Yeah. 11d6.
1, 2.
Yeah, you need 5s.
Yep, 5.
One.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bummer.
They deal 1 damage.
That's probably why they get so many attacks. 'Cause they have poor attack.
Yeah. And they don't have any weapon damage, it's just flat
It's just
The
success.
reason I haven't used this dice before tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And they were attacking the one on top of you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that was... takes 1 damage. Ouch.
So I don't know if that gets its own attack, since it's a companion.
You use your action to
Yeah.
command your attacks to pets to attack. They don't have free control. You sacrifice like an action for it.
Okay. It's better than my melee.
Okay. So, that's the end of that round. As we get to the top of round 3, another 2 screamers will kind of fly down and land on the ship. But as that happens, the ship also breaks finally from the clouds in the chaotic storm. And for once again, you see open sky again. Although it's the realm of Akshi and it's nothing but ash dust and you can't even see the sun shining down. It's open sky and you're not in the storm. Unfortunately, that also lets you see that right as you are breaking out of the storm, so are, I don't want to say a lot of ships, but some of the ships that have come with you break out of the storm as well. One of them happens to be a little overhead and breaks down, or breaks through the storm and is followed by explosions as it's erupting out. And it starts veering down. And the captain does their best to steer, but it was a little too late on seeing it as the ship collides into yours.
Oh boy.
There's large explosions on the rear end of the ship where some of the engines and stuff are. And the ship has begun to almost lurch and move over. The captain yells to anyone listening, "Right, buckle down, we're going down!" And we're going to go to round 3. There's 4 screamers on board, so we'll just throw an attack at each of you. Miles. The first one is a 3.
Okay. So I take 2. My toughness is gone.
Derek. That's going to be a 2 against you. Connor. That is 2 damage on you.
Nothing.
And Ed. None. They don't seem to hit you as one tries to bite onto you, but you're not muscle or meat. It bites down on nothing but hard bark, and you just kind of throw it off you real quick. And it's your guys' turn as the ship begins to lurch and kind of creak and shift, and obviously it won't. You guys are probably going down at this point. You can assume the engines don't seem to be carrying the ship aloft properly.
How quickly is it falling?
At the moment, it's just started lurching.
Okay.
There was the back end of the ship exploded. There was a big, shudder across the ship, and you just hear the Aether engine shut down.
We all have our metal back.
And right now, you're just pitching.
Yeah. We have our metal back.
Yes.
Yeah.
You regain
Okay.
your medal at the beginning of your turn. Yep.
Cool. Subcasters.
Hello.
You guys want to do something first?
I will once again cast the healing light over the zone. 6-1. 6, 3 toughness.
3 toughness. Alright.
Do it again.
Staying alive.
Just barely. And then I will Arcane Bolt one of the 2 that just came down.
Spend your metal.
Spend my metal and Arcane Bolt them.
Okay.
4-1. 2, 4 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
And one of the ones that just came down. Yep. The one that had bit at you. You kind of with this hand you raise your staff up, and you know this healing light just kind of glows off of your allies in the zone, and they're healed up and restored a little bit. And with the other hand, you just point down at the creature attacking you and just blow an arcane bolt right through the side of it, and it's still snapping at you. But most of the half of its body's gone and just kind of squiggling there, like still trying to mutate and change even as it's being destroyed. Just wretch. All right. Who's next?
How's everyone's toughness looking?
I'm
3.
good.
3?
Everyone else.
6 out of 7.
Try to heal you up a little bit
Okay.
with the good old-fashioned round blood. Whew, okay, that was a little scary. I almost probably blew up the ship, but you heal for 1 toughness.
Nice.
And now I will Arcane Bolt.
That was close,
How shall Arcane Bolt? Just any of them, I don't care. Just want to do damage. I want to feel the power.
Well, there's the one that got shot, there's the one that hasn't been shot yet.
I'm gonna shoot the one that's been shot. Ooh. What is it? 4 to hit? 5 damage.
5 damage from your arcane bolt.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, you do similar to the same thing. You have your wooden staff with your the scythe on the end of it, and you kind of slash it at an ally as your magic force just heals them, and then you turn it and reverse it and just bring it straight down and just arc, almost like a Getsuga Tensho, just straight through a one of the screechers. And it just, the skin sits there screeching as it's sizzling and dying on the deck.
Nice. How many are left? Just the one?
3 on deck.
3 on deck?
Yep. One's almost dead.
Okay. Is there anything you want to do first, or?
Oh, just let me go after the one that's almost
This
dead.
spell is better than I
Okay.
thought.
I can dig it.
You can go first, though.
Okay. So, flying above them. So, spread does in close range?
Yeah, so anything that's close range of your target.
Oh,
you can shoot it
everything.
from far away.
Oh,
Put
okay.
in, like, splash. on your
Okay.
target.
So, are the 2 undamaged ones within close range of each other?
No, because you guys have not like specifically grouped or nothing.
Sure,
You know
sure.
what I mean? Plus,
Okay.
yeah. So.
Okay. So, I will rev up my volley gun and gun after one of the undamaged ones.
Okay.
Is it still average?
Yep.
Okay, so 3.
So the next one has
I'll use. I only have 1 focus, so that's going to be 4 damage.
4 damage.
Oh no, sorry, 6 damage.
6.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You starts whistling. And the first 2 bullets, although they're super fast, so you can't differentiate them that easily.
Sure.
First 2 bullets go straight through its skull and blow the back of its head out.
And
As
that was the
neck-
undamaged one.
Yep, undamaged one. Yep.
Nice. Okay. Sorry to cut you off.
Nope, absolutely.
And then I'll use my metal to go after the other one.
I figured. So
yeah,
yeah.
the other undamaged one.
And the recoil starts moving it as only the first couple blasts was all it took and burned through its head.
Oh yeah. So that's 3 hits. 3 damage to the undamaged one. So 5 damage total.
Your weapon's 2 plus.
2 plus successes.
Ooh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of damage.
Yeah.
It is.
You arc right into it. I mean, it's like a war movie where they're shooting the minigun from the chopper and just cutting people in half.
Hell yeah,
I mean,
man.
that's what you're doing every turn.
Hell yeah, man. And that's my turn.
Okay.
So that one died.
There's one left and it's injured.
Alright, I'm sending my Scarfish at it.
Okay.
11 attacks, 5 hit. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4? Yeah, that's more than enough to kill it. So as it was half of its body's gone and it's, like mutating and it's laying there deformed and screeching, almost like what comes out of the cryo container in the movie The Fly, like just that puddle of just warped flesh. Your fish just swarm it and start eating chunks out of it, and it dies underneath their attacks and just lays on the ground screeching.
Oh yeah.
So at the moment, the deck has cleared of enemies, but your ship is lurching downwards, and I need all of you to make a 5-1 reflex save as the ship starts dropping suddenly out of the air.
I'm flying.
If you wish to keep momentum and pace with the ship, you
Okay.
need to grab onto something.
Okay.
You
Do I
don't
use
have
my
to.
sky hook?
You don't. Yeah, you don't have to use a reflex to grab something.
Sure.
But
Reflex
you're
is
either
body,
going to
right?
get left behind by the ship dropping, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean,
Uh,
or grab a hold.
As it's falling, can I just get out my sky hook and shoot the ship?
Sure.
Yeah, that's
Just connect to it.
Can I use my favorable tide to surround my body and move it along with the ship?
I do want a reflex.
Reflex?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that?
Can I use my favorable tides, which is target me, range long, and it's instant. Ethercy surrounds me and moves me to a new location at any point within long range. It cannot be targeted by attacks, duration, or movement, and I suffer no effects from environment.
What are you trying to do?
Just surround myself with it, move along with the ship as it's falling.
It's almost, that sounds like a teleport. Do you know what I mean?
Kind of, but
you're gonna go
water
A to B.
surrounds me and I move.
Yep. So that spell's going to put you A to B. So where do you want to end up? The ship's going down. So
I'll just make my reflex save.
okay, you can use that to forego your reflex save and grab onto something. You could do that.
That I'll do, and then I'll grab onto the
Do you want a reflex or a ballistic skill from me? 'Cause I'm shooting the ship.
Yeah, but you're not like shooting against. I'm not making you shoot against armor
Sure.
or nothing. Or
Sure.
to be real, you probably wouldn't pierce it.
Mhm.
So just give me a reflex to aim your shot.
Okay. And what's the DM?
Same.
I didn't catch it the first time.
What I say was a 5-1.
Yeah, 5-1.
5-1. Get it.
Okay.
5.
Is reflex body or mind?
Body.
That's all.
Pass.
Fail.
Even with no focus or nothing?
No focus.
Okay.
One
And
and two.
I pass.
you pass? Okay. As the ship drops and suddenly lurches, and between that and the damage, the ship has literally begun to like crack and break in pieces. You are going to take 5 damage from hurtling debris.
Ooh.
Does my armor do anything against that or no?
Yeah. It protects you from 2.
Okay. Thank God for all that toughness I got. That would have killed me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No more enemies attempt to join combat, as it seems your ship is obviously lost and out of the fight. But you are hurtling towards the ground. There's still a couple little enemies clinging on board and stuff. But you're hurtling downwards, and if anyone... Yeah, what's that?
No, finish your turn.
If anyone hasn't grabbed onto something yet, this is going to be your last chance to do that if you would like or something.
Yep.
Soulbound to me. I'm like, as I'm like dangling off, I'm like plant my staff.
Okay.
I'm already hooked on by a metal cable,
Yeah,
so I'm good.
gotta be at me.
At you. Okay, so I'll reel myself in.
Same.
I'm gonna try
Yeah.
to get to him.
I'm gonna use my Okay, roll tides one more time, move towards them, and
Two.
in there.
Okay. And
I'm gonna just try to get over there and try to save.
reflex, but this time it's a 6-1 as the ship has lost all control.
Good luck. Dun, 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 dun. Do any spells? No.
Before you roll, can I help action as I reel in and reach out for him?
No, I'm gonna say
No.
not on this. Yep.
On
What's the
6.
shot?
It's
Six combined.
with the events that are going on are dire enough that you're in order to not roll on your stuff,
kind of
you're
move
you
you
know
yeah,
you're
yeah,
shocked.
sure.
If it's just 5 damage, I'll be fine still. How much?
You failed.
All of them. Another 5?
What do you do?
How far away from the ground are we at this point?
Maybe within the next couple seconds you're gonna be. Maybe right now you're 200 feet.
Does it constitute long range? That's all I really need to know.
Okay.
To the ground.
You're trying to teleport to the ground.
Yeah.
We can say that you can make a reflex test to try to cast it as you're falling to judge that timing distance. You know what I mean?
So you want the spell first or the reflex first? Because spell failure could be pretty bad.
Yeah, let's just do spell.
What about my
spell
damage?
first.
Spell first.
By the way, what about my damage?
Yep, I'm getting to that.
Sun damage?
What, please? I need your help casting this so I can overcast it and get everyone. Because it's just...
If I don't die here, I could maybe still help.
Can you cast your healing magic? Or is it too late for that?
I already made the save, so it's too late for that.
I'll get to what happens to you in a sec.
Well, if he makes it to me, this could be different.
He's not making it.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
No, that was his last chance.
Alright. Oh, damn. So I can teleport everyone.
Yep, spell
Nice.
goes. Spell definitely goes
Alright, now
off.
reflex. We time it.
Reflex to judge it. Yep, cool. So yes, as the ship almost hits the ground, you tap your staff and bolt of lightning takes you and your party members and you hit land next to the ship nearby. You are going to take a wound on your wound track. 1 wound. When the ship hits the ground and crashes and breaks in half and you're sent flying and you lose consciousness as well. Unless you're dead. Are you dead?
I have 1 more wound still, and I have 3 toughness.
You have 1 wound left? Okay. So you're not dead yet. But you hit the ground and you are going to lose consciousness.
Do I lose my toughness too then?
No.
Okay.
No. It's just like,
Oh, wait.
boom, you hit your head and unconscious.
Was he within short range?
Was he within short range?
Yeah. I thought
Yeah.
the spell was close range. It's actually short.
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets teleported too.
Okay. So subtract that wound.
Nice.
Thought it had to be one of those, like, everybody hands on me type thing, but no.
You got lucky.
We all got lucky at some point.
Good save.
So you guys teleport to the ground, and you hear the crashing of the ship just moments later after you teleport, and you're just right on the other side of a little hill. And
Did not go as planned.
you're not sure what kind of ship or what kind of condition the ship's in. If you were to walk over the hill, you think you could see it, but that's something we're gonna do next time.
Alright. Nobody died.
Yeah, nobody
That was
died.
close.
Very close. Very close to death.
That was tense.
That
Yeah.
was a
Tense.
lot of
For
fun.
sure. Whew. I like that a lot.
I was like, man, we're about to get wiped.
Yeah.
Thanks to the great guys up at Annie Up Gaming. They let us record up there, and we'll be doing some more sessions to finish up this adventure path up there. They have an active website with tons of information, news, updates, how to get in touch with them or get into their active Discord, where they have active ARC servers they run, and they play other games in there. Gonna be getting an overhaul of great Games Workshop stock, from paint ranges to new models and everything. So if you're ever in Northeast Michigan, or looking for a great community, go and check them out. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this, hit like, subscribe, would be greatly appreciated. Helps it get out there for more people to see, and we'll have a new episode for you soon. Happy gaming, everybody.